Good day, everyone. I am Ashley Estiazes, your reporter for today. Let's watch and listen how these adorable children pronounce the words that their parents say. Let's observe on how they pronounce it.
Say cur,
No.
mit,
Mitt.
Kermit.
No. Daddy time.
Here you go.
Tattoo.
You're welcome. Okay, go play with Opa.
Who die?
I love you.
Yeah, but do.
Ryder, what is that?
Octopus.
Oh.
Hey Graham, say dump truck.
Don't fuck.
Say monster truck.
Motherfuck.
Good job, bud.
Hand sanitizer.
Sanitizer.
Who is that?
Santa.
Who is it?
Santa.
What does Santa say?
Morning is it?
This.
Fuji.
A what?
A Fuji.
Bryson, say popcorn.
Popcorn.
My kid says popcorn. Just gonna let it ride.
Hey, Smith, everybody.
Baby, come here. Come. Say your prayer.
Mother, father. This is whiskey.
Say your prayer again.
Mother, father, for the food for Jesus Christ and amen.
Amen. Thank you.
I'm a fuck.
A what?
A fuck.
What's this? It's a what's that? It's a fish.
Baby mama.
Biddy.
Big mo.
Say va, jai, na. Say vagina.
How about something I wish my kids could get right? Lily, what's this called?
A cock.
Can you say you're hungry?
You honey. Yeah, honey. Salt. Each other. Instruments. Yogurt. Camels. January.
Where's that guy from?
Star Wars.
What's your brother's name? What is it?
Dana.
What's that?
Percy.
What?
Percy.
Oh, and say watermelon.
Mama.
Do you like watermelon?
Evan, say muddy pose.
Muzzy puzzles.
Say it again.
Muzzy puzzles.
Muddy puzzle.
Yeah.
Muddy.
Muzzy puzzles.
What are those? What are those?
Bitch.
Here are objectives. First, differentiate perception ability from production ability of a child. Then, let's define what is Fis Phenomenon. My topic is about Fis Phenomenon. Okay, the word Fis is actually the word fish, but let's find out why this term called Fis in. Let's define what is child's language acquisition. Language acquisition. It is a capacity to perceive and comprehend, gain the ability to be aware of language and to understand it, as well as to produce and use words and sentences to communicate. Noam Chomsky is the best known and the most influential linguist of the second half of the 20th century. He has made a number of strong claims about language. He suggests that language is an innate faculty, which means that we are born with a set of rules about language in our heads, which he refers to as universal grammar. So what is this universal grammar? This theory proposed that suggesting that all children are born with ability to acquire, develop, and understand grammar regardless of where or how they are raised. This theory Universal grammar theory means that all the main and common rules of the concept of language are innately inherited as a species-specific endowment and with help of peripheral induction of the new vocabulary and grammatical utterances. Children pick up and test their hypotheses. In universal grammar theory, it means that every child knows basic grammar rules. So at early age of 1 to 3 years old, when a child interacts with his parents or elders, a child is actually learning a vocabulary. Kids or children don't make expected grammatical mistakes, meaning they have their own grammatical rules which a child is born with. Therefore, he is not going to commit basic grammatical errors. More children learn the language easily because they only pick up vocabulary words from his surrounding. Children are exposed to a very little correctly formed language. When adults speak, they constantly interrupt themselves, change their minds, make slips of the tongue, and so on. Yet, children manage to learn their language all the same. Children do not simply copy the language that they hear around them. They deduce rules from it, which they can then use to produce sentences that they have never heard before. They do not learn a repertoire of phrases and sayings. In our phonological system, we have two classifications: perception ability of a child and the production ability of a child. What is lacking in early child's language acquisition? Is it perception ability or production ability? Or which ability occurs late? Send your answer in our group chat. Is it perception or production ability? I'll give you 5 seconds to do it. Let's define perception ability. The phonological performance of a child is predictable. Adults' pronunciation are the main resources of children. The evidence to support the ideas that a child manipulates adult representation of language, or a child has the ability to recognize disparities in the adult form that a child is unable to produce. The child understands their own speech and their grammatical and morphological tendencies. Production ability of a child. Experts believe that the problem is associated with mostly the coordination of speech muscles, leaving them to think that these children's speech muscles need practice. One way that experts encourage to us adults are the practice of speech production in children, which could be word or phrase repetition. And that could lead us to define Fis phenomenon, because Fis phenomenon occurs due to the lack of production ability of a child. It is a phenomenon during a child's language acquisition that demonstrates that perception of phonemes occurs earlier than a child's ability to produce the appropriate allophone. In Fis phenomenon means that skills in linguistic comprehension generally precede corresponding skills in linguistic production. What is Fis phenomenon? This name comes from an incident report in 1960 by Jean Berko Gleason and Roger William Brown, in which a child referred to his inflatable plastic fish as a fis. However, when adult asked him, "Is this your fish?" the child rejected the statement. When he was asked, "Is this your fish?" he responded, "Yes, my fish." This shows that although the child could not produce the phoneme sh, he could perceive it as being different from the phoneme s. In some cases, the sounds produced by the child are actually acoustically different, but not significantly enough for others to distinguish, since the language in question does not make such contrast. So I have here a video talking to a 5-year-old child. I challenge him to pronounce or speak the word I say, and later on I challenge him to identify which word I need to use. So let's observe how he pronounced these following words. How do you pronounce the word fish?
Iska?
Pronounce. Say fish.
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 Blanket.
Blanket.
What?
Blanket.
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 What is a blanket?
Habo.
Habol. So what is too big in English?
Water.
What?
Water.
Water. Water. Water.
Water.
Water.
Water.
Okay. So how about the word chocolate? Pronounce the word chocolate. Say it.
Chocolate.
What?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
Chocolate.
What is the flavor of the cake you ate?
Chocolate.
Chocolate? Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
Chocolate or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Chocolate or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Ano na lang? A, chocolate or B, chocolate? A or B?
A.
Very good. A. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. This is another example of Fis phenomenon. The child here understands the words I say. However, he is struggling to pronounce some of the words I've mentioned. According to Chomsky, the child does not make mistakes, but simply has a different grammar to the grammar of the adult. According to Spurden in 2016, during the first year of the infant's development and the following years into toddlerhood, the human voice is a natural driver of the infant's language skills development. And that ends my report. Thank you and have a nice day.